Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Big Boy Card Collecting. Obviously, I'm your host, Andrew Davis, and I did say on Wednesday when we broke open some Disney stuff that I got some more Disney stuff to do. So I got about 4 of these to break open. So a little bit different than the mega boxes, right? So the mega boxes have 60 cards in them. I believe they were about 40 a piece. These are 25. They are still available on Topps' website. So what I like about it is we got Peter Pan, the nice Peter Pan. I'm going to make that crystal clear because if you know anything about Peter Pan, it's the original is not so great. He's not such a good person. We got this right here, which are the princesses. We have classic Cinderella for 75 years of Cinderella. And then we got, I think, Maui from Manoa, I want to say, is how it is, or as I like to call him, The Rock. You're welcome. You're welcome, everybody. That's all I can say. So I got 4 of these. And again, these are 25 bucks. And the deal is that you have 42 cards in here, 7 packs per box, 6 cards per pack. And as I stated, I'm going to read it again. It's a 190 card tier base system or card set across tier 1, tier 2. We got villains, princess tiers. We got everything from beloved heroes to royalty to infamous villains and everything and anything Disney Wonder. So something like Stitch, Cars, not in here. Cinderella, Emperor's New Groove, Mulan, that's in here. That type of stuff. Obviously, Snow White, Beauty and the Beast, things of that nature. Brave is in here. I think Encanto might be in here. Wish is in here. So it's more the Disney fairy tale stuff versus, Pixar and all that stuff. Like, you're not going to get Toy Story in this box. Nothing against Toy Story. Little Mermaid's in here. Peter Pan, obviously. But that's kind of what this is. So that's it. And then potentially, and I'm not too sure, I believe you can technically get sketches in here. You can get some parallels in here. You get some other stuff in here too. Autographs in here as well. All that stuff is in here and in play, but the odds are significantly less versus a hobby box versus a mega box. So as you go down, because there's 3 tiers, the hobby boxes is the top tier, and those odds are better. Once you go down, so a sketch card in a hobby box, I think, is 1 out of 529 boxes. In a mega box, I believe it is 1 out of 2,666, around that number per box, from my understanding. And here, I think it's 1 out of almost 2,800. So, yeah, you can see the odds go down. And certain things are not in this, and certain things are in this. But having said all that, let's open it up. And also the thing is that, as it says right here, exclusive one exclusive Demont parallel guaranteed. And yeah, so and then we got this right here. We can look for autographs and some other stuff in there too. But now, having said all that, and we're done with all that stuff, let's open this up because that's what we got. Hey, what's up, Retro? How are you, man? I told you we are gonna break these open. So yeah, so let's open this stuff up. And see we pull and have a good time with it. I got 4 of these. I bought 5, but I'm saving the 5th one. For a rainy day occasion is a good way to put it. So here we go. We're cracking these open. We're gonna run with it, see what happens. Obviously, I'm hoping to get some cool stuff here and some cool stuff. So here we go. Box 1. Box 1. Here we go, guys. And we're gonna have a good time with this one. We're gonna have a good time with this one. Feel free to ask me questions. Feel free to interact with me. I did not wear my SpongeBob watch. I totally forgot. I am sorry. I'm sorry for that, everybody. I just totally forgot to wear my SpongeBob watch today. Just a crazy busy day, right? So obviously, first right here, these are different card packs than the other ones. So this is the value boxes card pack. I wish I actually had the an example because the mega boxes have a different a wrapper. But here we go. Here we go. So here we go. Also, as I stated, there are 6 things, 6 cards in here. So here we go. We got obviously Governor Ratcliffe in that kind of pink right there. We got Beast right here, a little bit different. I believe we pulled Jafar in something. So we got that pink vibe right there. So again, I'm not too sure what exactly is what, but yeah, we got this right here again. Then we got one of these right here, Furry Friends. So the sidekicks, all that kind of like Topps Chrome Finest. And as I stated before, Sebastian. Oh man, I love Sebastian. Little Mermaid, and then we got Hera. And that's Hercules. So Hercules' mother. And again, as I stated, this is kind of a if Topps Finest and Topps Chrome had a baby. This is that set. Because all the cars are shiny in this set. This is what the back looks like too. So it's kind of cool in that regard. But as I stated, this is like the pink version, and the back's a little bit different versus this being this version right here, and the back is this. So, interesting in that regard of a difference. But I digress right there for everybody. I just want to point out all that stuff for anybody who's collecting this, looking at this, saying, hey, what's out there? And I think, obviously, my understanding of all of this is that the Furry Friends, I think it's 1-4 packs. So that's the odd breakdown of it. Some other stuff has this. So we got this right here. Cool right there. What I like right here in particular is it says Pixar on it. So Pixar is obviously Disney. But just to point this out, which is kind of cool, you could see right here, if it's a Pixar product, it is on the back. So that is kind of cool, I think, at least, where they do acknowledge if it's Disney Pixar versus if it's just Disney. So that's kind of a nice little touch right there. We got this right here. Again, that kind of pink vibe. But it's not shiny. So that's interesting. So these pinks aren't shiny, right? This right here is kind of cool. Emperor's New Groove. The Emperor, again, that pink vibe. So I don't really know what the deal's with that, but obviously the other set, almost every card in the mega box was shiny. I'm surprised actually, because I actually did not think that these were supposed to be in here, these postcards. So this is Andrel from Frozen, the postcard stuff. That I thought wasn't supposed to be in this. That like I swear to God, like when I was looking at the odd checklist, this was not supposed to be in there. So that's a little bit shocking to me, unless I misread it. And then this is a shiny card, which is that version if Chrome and Topps Finest had a baby. So, and it's Zeus, so it's nice. We got Zeus, Hercules' father, and Hercules' mother. I don't know if they're numbered next to each other. I didn't check. So that's numbered 134. That's kind of funny though. I mean, again, I don't know if they're numbered together or next to each other, because that'd be funny. That means that somebody at Topps has a sense of humor on that point. But here we go. So here we go. Obviously, we got John Smith. So I think we pulled this in a shiny. So that's interesting. So now I am really curious, because I think we pulled this one on Wednesday in a shiny card. So I don't know what the deal is, if the pink is a variation, if it's a base, if this is a value box thing. I'm now really curious, because I know we pulled this one before. So I have questions. Ursula, we pulled that before in a shiny, and then this is like a pink kind of base, not that. So I'm wondering if the shiny stuff is, just in that, right? And it's just in a mega box, right? Like I'm really wondering, or if it's just in the hobby stuff in the megas. So that's cool right there. And that would have been nice if they actually told me. They put it when you bought it, because I would have bought just all mega boxes, because I'll be honest, the shiny stuff is a lot cooler. So Pinocchio, I think we have that on a shiny, right? We got one of the evil stepsisters from Cinderella right there in that pink. I mean, those are nice cards, by the way. I have no problem with those cards. So I think this is that parallel, right? I'm willing to. I think this is parallel to that, like Diamante or Diamondate or whatever it's called. I don't know what the hell we call it, but I think that's it, because we get that like diamond vibe. It looks like a foil refractor type thing. It's not numbered, so I do want to make that crystal clear right there. But obviously it's Mulan, so pretty cool right there. I think it's Mulan. So yeah, and then we got this right here, which is Pixar, and again, Will of the Wisps. We got that in the back too. It says it up here, which is nice. So that is kind of a cool little thing that they do, and I think it's nice to give credit where credit is due. Here we go. Obviously, I'm looking for some other stuff too. I think there's like some shiny stuff. I think there's like short prints in here. There's a lot of cards. Um, so there's a lot of inserts in here. Evil Queen, pretty cool right there. We got that right there, cool. I think Peter Pan stuff right here, pretty cool. John Darling, I think it's Peter Pan, right? Yeah. I think he is. We got this right here, that pink version. So again, I think this pink stuff is that, right? We got, Tangled furry friend stuff, kind of cool inserts. I think this might be a duplicate, which is cool. I have no problems with duplicates. You sell them, you use them, you trade them, whatever you want. And obviously, you got Maurice and a shiny card, kind of the Topps Finest Chrome mashup, if you will. That's the only way I can describe it. This right here, pretty cool. So obviously, we got this one right here. But yeah, so obviously, I like this. The value boxes, it's kind of cool. So I don't have a problem on my personal collection if there's the shiny version and the pink version, and I have both because I think it just is nice to the collection. Obviously, that Aladdin, pretty cool right there. Hercules, pretty sweet right there. This is card number 57, so he's not next to mommy and daddy. I just want to make that crystal clear for everybody in that regard. Queen of Hearts, Alice in Wonderland. I don't remember all of Alice in Wonderland. I don't remember which queen is what queen and who's the good one, who's the bad one, all that stuff. But it's kind of like that cartoon version of that. So that's fun. And we got one of these right here, Gaston, because nobody walks like Gaston and nobody talks like Gaston. And I just love it. Villains, gotta love it right there. Fun insert, right? Fun insert in that regard. So no complaints there with Gaston, and especially villain card because it's like a shiny one. And then we got this right here, another just shiny one right there. So no complaints, no complaints. That Gaston's fun because everybody loves that song, Beauty and the Beast. It's like the best song ever in that movie. So and it's the most fun to quote. But anyway, here we go. So we got some more coming. We got Magnificent, nice dragon right there. Yeah, pink version of that. Cogsworth, pretty cool right there. We got Jasmine, pretty sweet right there. You can never go wrong with Aladdin, guys. We got Lucia right there. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So nice right there. We got this right here, which is a Topps Enchanted sticker card. So Manoa. So I think these are 1 in 9 in odds from my understanding on it. I could be mistaken on the actual thing, but they're pretty cool. So they're nice because it's a nice insert, and typically that insert will quote unquote, be in typically one or maybe every other hobby box based on the packs. So there you go right there. And we got Mr. Sneeze Smiley right there, or Shiny. I'm sorry. Shiny. So yes. So and then this is the last one of box one, guys. So yeah. I mean, we got a bunch to talk about. So again, if you're pulling stuff, you're looking for stuff, because it's interesting with this in particular, right? Because there's been a lot of debate on this. People said this is crap. This is not good. I was in a Facebook group, and my defense, Maui. Oh, I love this guy. This is a fun one. This just screams fun. I feel like The Rock would be an excellent actor to play. No, I'm just playing. But what was interesting, right, about this debate that was going on with this stuff is people were saying, "Oh, this is crap. Stay away." And my response is that Topps Chrome and Disney Chrome is awesome, right? And it covers everything, right? It covers everything. Disney Chrome does. And that came out before this one. But the hobby box of a Disney Chrome set was $400. Now, I think a bunch of people can afford a $400 set, but a bunch of people cannot. So this is a Snow White. It's kind of, I think, that princess version right there. So that's pretty cool. I like that one a lot. So you got that Snow White right there. But the discussion I was having with a bunch of people online, and I think it's a valid discussion, is that this is a $25 box, right? So I think a lot of people can afford this. The mega boxes were 40, which we opened up on Wednesday, and I didn't touch the hobby because it was an EQL, and I don't want to use my EQL on that. But the point that I was making is that it's $100 box. Not everybody can afford a $400 product. And it has nothing to do. I mean, everybody has different incomes and all that stuff, but there gets a point where it's like you can't afford sometimes a $400 box of cards. It's a lot of money. But $100 box, you might be able to afford one or two or three of them, or even just one of them because it's $100. So what I was making the argument is, and a bunch of people were agreeing with me in this discussion, in this debate, is that it's a good product for its price point. Because I don't have children yet, but if I do, and they're like 7, they love Disney, they like cards, I'm not dropping $400 for a Topps Chrome box. We got this one, by the way, too. So this is Cinderella 13, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. The magic makes a new dress, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, right? So it's another story card, right? But like the point I was making is that there gets a position where it's just like, Topps releases a variety of products. This is a great product for $25. It's an awesome product. It's an exceptional product. And $100, you're guaranteed an autograph and some other stuff in that box. Great price point. $100 is, it's a little expensive, but it's not ultra expensive. $400 for 96 cards or 82 cards or 84 cards, whatever's in there is insane. And that was the point I was making. And I think that a lot of people sometimes don't realize that we got this in a shiny. Is that not everybody can afford, expensive cards. So that was the point I'm making. And I think that's why I like this product, because I think it's an affordable product. And I think it's a reasonable product. I think it's one of Topps' top affordable products. And it's Disney. You can buy, 5 of these when they first came out was $125 for 42 times 5, whatever that number is, right? 40 times 5 is, I'm really bad at math. It's 210 cards. So there we go, right? So it's not terrible on a price point. It was my position. And it's an interesting debate because, is Topps Chrome technically a better, finer, cooler product to some degree? Sure. Is this product bad? No. Is this product more reasonably priced? Absolutely. And so that's the whole thing, is that you have to figure out, if you're a company, and I think Topps did a really good job with this, is that not everybody can afford or wants to spend that much money. I didn't want to spend $400 on a Topps Chrome box. It's a lot of money. So here we go right here. So I thought that was very interesting in that regard. This right here, pretty cool. Love the Snow White card. Love it. It's kind of that animated Snow White card cartoon right there. We got this one right here. Pretty cool. Like that one. Like that a lot. We got Jasmine. Again, these are, 1 in 9, I think is what it's supposed to be. Or is either 1 per hobby box? I forget, but it's the sticker stuff. So it's an enchanted sticker card. So I guess you could take the sticker off. I'm not exactly sure. I'm just going to leave it in my book as it is. But I think they're fun, right? I think it's Disney at its finest. We got that Disney princess stuff, right? We got Chef Louis shiny. So that's cool. That's cool right there. That's nice. But yeah, so that was my point exactly in that discussion, is that, cards are expensive, and you could buy one of these boxes for $25, and you can buy it right now for $25. You go to your hobby shop, it might be $35, right? It's not overly ridiculously priced. A Topps Chrome in a card shop, I mean, it might be a $500-$600 box. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. $200 is a lot of money. So there you go. Oh, that's cool. This is fun right here. I like the way that one looks. Like the pink really highlights that card's art. This right here is interesting. I'm trying not to say cool for everything. Love Elsa. Love Elsa. You gotta love Elsa, right? You can never go wrong with Elsa. You just can't. Nice. So here we go. The slipper fits. The slipper fits, right? So me and Retro were speaking about this, by the way. I don't know if he's still watching. So obviously, if we look at the story of Cinderella, right? So for those who don't know, these are cool cards, right? So these are my favorite cards out of this whole entire set, and here's why. They tell the story of Cinderella. So page by page by page. So this is the point where I guess the slipper was lost in Cinderella, right? From my understanding of the story. And then what happened is that Prince Eric, thank you, I appreciate it. This is relevant, right? This is relevant to what we're speaking about on Wednesday. So what it is that they're trying to test everybody who the shoe fits. So this is the pretty much like a scene or two before the end of the movie. So this is card number 23. So I would imagine that there might be 2, 3, maybe 4 other ones after this at the most. There might only be 2. And I think 25 would be perfect. Now, it would be great if there was 27, right? Because 27 would mean it would fit on 3 pages perfectly and it would just fit perfectly, right? But I don't think there is 27 of these. I think there's 25 because this is probably the end, right? Of it. But I love it. I love it. These are cool, right? These are awesome. And then they're also so this one's got that rainbow vibe to it. I don't know if this one has that rainbow vibe to it. I don't think that this is a refractor. I'm not too sure, right? Hey, maybe this one does have. I'm just not catching the light. Yeah. They both have the rainbow to them. Sorry, everybody. Getting ahead of myself. But we got 2 of those so far, right? So that's fun. That's fun right there. And we got another villain right here. Mother Gothel. That's good right there. I like that one. And Flounder. Loving Flounder. You can never go wrong with Flounder. It's Ariel's best friend. It's Flounder. Oh, that's great. That's great. This is just Disney, guys. It's just Disney. Here we go. So pretty stoked about that. Let's see what else we pull here. But I thought that debate was very interesting. Because it does come down to money. This right here, we got this right here. We got this right here. We got Jimmy Cricket right here. Another one of these. Number 1, FF Furry Friends. Number 1, insert kind of that gold vibe to it. Forest animals. Every time I see the forest animals, I think the South Park episode. Pretty fun, pretty crazy episode. We got Bucky the squirrel right there. So yeah, so we got that right there. But yeah, I thought that debate was fascinating because I get the argument, but I don't think that the people who were adamant and look, they might have just been angry, right? I mean, they could have just got no good cards, right? And that could be the issue too, because I've gotten and pulled stuff, in the 44 videos that I've done here. I mean, I've had boxes where I've gotten dog shit, a hook, and so that could definitely affect how you view something. But at the same time, I understand the price point. Prince Philip. Oh, interesting. I don't know what this is from, so that's cool. That's cool. This is news to me. But I thought it was fascinating, right? And that's my point is that those discussions, and I think those discussions are actually very healthy of understanding what a product's purpose is. Some Brave, Pixar Brave, The Witch. Another one, Brave right here, kind of that princess vibe back right there, kind of more of a foil kind of refractor vibe to it. So nice card right there for what it is. And we got Sev from Frozen and that shiny, kind of premium card. But yeah, I thought that debate was just such an interesting one. And I wish more of those debates would actually happen because when I go and look at cards and anybody who's listening to this, seeing this, reacting to it, there gets a point where you're like, how the hell is this, this price? And how can an 8-year-old, 9-year-old, or a 12-year-old afford it? And I've had those discussions. And I've even said it to Tops. I said, how could a 13-year-old afford a $400 card set? I mean, it's bonkers. We got that right there. I think this is Hercules, right? I think so. But yeah, so. Ooh. We got something interesting coming up, everybody. This is not it. This is not it. Oh, we got another one of these, right? Season greetings from Neverland, Peter Pan. Now, this is interesting, right? This is interesting. So, I didn't even know this shit existed. So I'm gonna table it for 2 seconds here. So we got this right here, Pixar, obviously kind of shiny premium card here. This is fascinating. This is Topps Chrome. This is Tiana, a Wish Upon a Star die cut card from 2025 Topps Disney. So it's a W17, right? And obviously it's a die cut. So didn't even know these existed. So obviously, we'll use this card, right? Square die cut. So a die cut card, it's obviously you can see it, but it's a card that is irregular. So it could be that a piece of it's cut out. It could be that like a triangle's cut out. It could be that WWE with Topps they did like something with a gear theme, and there was like two gears cut out on the card, right? So they're cool, they're fun, they look awesome. And the thing is that it's not in technically it's a Topps Chrome card. This is a Chrome card. It says it right here, Topps Chrome. So they put a Topps Chrome card in a Topps Wonder set. And that's what's cool about that right there. So that's a cool one, right? That's actually sweet. That's awesome. That's just awesome. This is the shit you want. This is cool. Oh, I like that. That just looks nice. I love Topps Chrome. I love Topps Chrome. I think Topps Chrome is an amazing product. It's one of my favorite products that they put out there. And that's really cool. I like that card a lot. Wish Upon a Star, Tiana. Oh, the fact that it's Topps Chrome, the fact that it's a die cut. Oh, that's just nice. That's awesome. That's a good pull. So I did not expect that we would pull something like that, and we still have that guaranteed kind of cool parallel to pull in this box number 2. Some other stuff. Obviously, I don't know what duplicates we have, what duplicates we don't have. But I guess those are in play, right? I did not know that was on the docket. Right there, right here. Some Geppetto. You can never go wrong with some Geppetto. If you read Fables, yeah, he's the one to look out for. Oh, we got this right here. Oh, sweet. These are cool too in play. Cinderella's Chateau. This Chateau. So Cinderella's Chateau. These are the casas, houses cards. I like those cards too. Those are fun. And then we got right here, which I think we pulled also before. This one. And then I'm going deep again. Going deep with the last one. We should technically pull one of those, like, I guess, foiled Damat. I don't know how to pronounce it. I am not going to embarrass myself by mispronouncing names that I do not know how to pronounce because, well, we know that I can't pronounce it and I know when I'm defeated. Having said that, though, here we go. Got this. We got this one. We got this one. Wait, rabbit. Oh, that's cool. We got some Cheshire Cat. Pretty cool. Pretty fun. Pretty fun. We got this. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. So Mushu from Milan, I believe. It's a red dragon. It's that, kind of foil unnumbered parallel type thing. So yeah, I mean, they're okay cards, right? They're not great cards, they're not bad cards. They're okay. And Tweedledum and Tweedledee, Mouse in Wonderland, kind of shiny, sort of a premium card. So yeah, there we go right there. So I would say that this is pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff so far. Pretty nice. Lot of stuff out there. I don't think any of this is a refractor. SpongeBob. I don't even know if any refractors would be in here. Technically, it's not like SpongeBob Chrome that we broke yesterday. But yeah, but feel free to ask questions. I'm happy to answer stuff. I like talking about cards. I like talking about other stuff, but obviously there's a lot to talk about. Did not expect a Topps Chrome card to appear in this set. Um, it's interesting, right? Because Topps puts a lot of stuff in here. I mean, it's a 190 card base set, right? Then there's a lot of inserts. So you got all like the castles and the houses. You got a bunch of other stuff in there too. So this is part of the base set, by the way. So, and even the villain stuff is part of it. But then you got like the sticker stuff in there. Then you got the furry friends, and you got the Cinderella story. Then apparently you got, I don't know if these are technically, these are part of the base set, but they're like variations of it. So there's a base set of this card. There's a shiny version of this card. Then there's this, and then there's parallels of this card that are numbered parallels. So it's interesting, but it's technically a variation. So that's what makes this so fascinating and card collecting interesting. To collect this base set is not that bad. If you want to go buy this base set, you could probably get the base set either in the shiny or the pink versions of it for maybe like $200. If you really want it all 190, nothing too complicated, you could do that easily. The stuff that's going to cost you money is the Cinderella cards, the parallels, that die cut card that I just pulled. That's what's going to cost you money if you want it. But again, that's where all this really becomes expensive. Again, I know those Cinderella cards. To complete it, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. Is a good way to put it. Ariel, the 101 of this thing looks sick, by the way. I mean, whoever pulls that card, get a gray to keep it or sell it for a fuck ton of money. One or the other. Asha, right there. This right here. You know, Madeira from Brave, pretty cool right there. You know, I love Brave. These are my favorite cards, by the way. Because Topica from the Emperor's New Groove. I think we pulled this already, but it's good to have doubles of this, of these postcards ideas. Got this right here, Jack and Gus. So yeah, going through this pretty quickly because I want to get to the good stuff, pull some good stuff. This is box number 3, in case anybody's keeping score here, watching me do this. But again, yeah. I mean, I enjoy questions. I enjoy answering stuff. Again, this is a great product for its price point. Great product. So we pulled this in that parallel, that shiny parallel. So it has a base and it has a shiny and it has parallels attached to it. So cool though. But if you want this base card, you know, it's pretty common, is my point. The Genie pulled this, I believe, yes, Wednesday and shiny stuff. We got this one. You know, same deal. This right here. I don't know. Did we pull this already? And Ursula Villains. So we pulled a base Ursula. And I don't know if the base and the villain are different numbers. And I don't even know if we pulled this the other day. You might have. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, these are cool. These are cool, right? I mean, this is a better card. It's kind of the equivalent of the princess stuff. Just for that, it's a villains tier card. And then Sleepy, which is what I'm going to do after I make this video and we are done live. No, I kid. I'm going to be watching some television. That's exactly what we're going to do. But yeah, so this, Mulan, Alice in Wonderland. This also looks sick in the 101. This one looks amazing in the 101. That's another one. The pink 101. Oh, that is something. That is something, this card. It's just a beautiful card. It just makes you stop and it makes you say, oh, God damn it, I want that card. Pegasus, I don't think we pulled this one. So I think that's new. In addition, I could be mistaken, but I don't remember seeing that one. And then we have the king in this shiny version of him. So far, good. We got this right here. Let's go. Obviously, we got one of those like Diamante. Again, I can't say those names still in play. We got potentially maybe another Cinderella story, hopefully in play, because that would be nice. Hans, Rapunzel, King Triton, Raya, I know we pulled this the other day. That's kind of that princess tier. So no complaints there. Always good to have doubles of that one around. There's nothing wrong. That's easily like a $3-4 card. For me. Once I go organize this tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, and dopey, which I am not dopey. Yeah. So here we go. Here we go. Obviously, we're gonna pull something good here. Not every box is a winner. We're gonna leave it at that. But some boxes are more of a winner than others. And some boxes are losers. Bruno, Olaf. I know we pulled this at least once tonight, if not twice. This one, Pocahontas. And I don't mean that in any offensive way. It's just the name on the card. We got another one of these. Cool, right? We got Rosa's Castle. So yeah, wish. Cool. I like these. These are fun. These are fun cards. These are fun cards, everybody. I mean, this stuff is just fun. Like the castles, the houses, all that stuff is just fun. And then we got Chip. I really wonder why he's called Chip. I still can't figure it out. After years of watching Beauty and the Beast, I mean, he looks like a perfectly healthy, relatively respected cup. No bangs, no dents. If you pour your liquid into the cup, it would stay perfectly intact. I don't know why it's called Chip. I just don't get it. I still can't figure it out. But yes, this one feels a little heavier. Maybe something good is in this one. So that's another thing too that's interesting about cards. Sometimes a pack can be heavier than another pack because different cards, depending on what they are, weigh differently. And that is a fascinating thing to talk about. We pulled this in a shiny on Wednesday. This right here. We got this right here. I think we pulled this card at least 3 times tonight alone. Furry Friends. So there. I don't remember seeing this one. From Wednesday. So I think that's a new one for the collection here. And then finally we got the doorknob. So in a shiny kind of premium card in that regard. And then here we go. This is where that parallel should be, and this should be a good pack. And who knows, maybe something really good's in this stuff. So here we go. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here. And shocking, we got 6 cards. I know we pulled that. Another Elsa, no complaints. You can never go wrong with Elsa. I put these up. Somebody wants this Elsa to be my guest, take it. We got another one of these. Ooh, nice. Sticker Cinderella. That's nice. I like that one. That's good. If you're gonna get a sticker card of one, you might as well get Cinderella, right? You got that type of parallel, Prince Philip. So that's cool. That's good. Princess, betrothed to Princess Aurora in marriage to unite their kingdoms. Yes, and that one. So no complaints there. And we got this right here. So yes. So far, but we didn't get another story card, which I want to complete that story. Like I could really care less. Not that I don't love these cards, and not that I don't love my Tatiana, my sketch, and all this stuff, but I could care less about everything else because the coolest cards in this, at least in my opinion, are those Cinderella stories. And I got a good chunk of them done. I just want to get the whole thing done because when you put that in a binder and you put it in the way where you put it in chronological order, going kind of so that when you turn your binder not vertical but horizontal, it reads it and you read the story of Cinderella. It's just going to be such a cool one when you flip through that book and somebody flips through that book with you or whoever. Like, I get it, right? It's going to be an I get it moment. And that's why these are awesome. And that's the set that I want. And that's what I'm really going to go after. So if somebody wants to help me and they're seeing this and they got cards and they want to trade with me, they want to, do other trades with me for the whole thing. I'm not even talking about like the parallels, the foils. I could care less, right? I'm talking about the base set on that, because whatever I don't have, I'm going to buy, even if it takes me like 6 months to do it, because I know when I put that in a binder, it's just going to look so freaking awesome. It's going to be beautiful is the point. And it's going to be such a cool like statement. And hopefully it's not going to be expensive. So we got that. This. We're on the last box, everybody. We got this one. This one. No story. No story one. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Number 12. Number 12. So that's cool. That's cool. So this is 13. This is 13. And this is 12. So we got 2 connecting pieces of the story, right? So that's great. That's great. So far we got 3 pieces of the story tonight. So that's good. And we got I think either 4 or 5 last night, maybe 6. So I gotta look at how many are in there. But if I have like 9 pieces of the story and there's 25, it's not a bad starting point for me. But I like those story cards. They're just awesome. I don't think I will be getting another story card in this box. But you never know. But yeah, I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy about that. We pulled this already in pink and in that parallel. We got this one. I'm going through this quickly because I want to get through the good stuff. This villain, Evil Queen. I don't know. Did we pull this not last night, but Wednesday? We might have. But still a good card. Still a good card, because if I have a duplicate of that card, it's an easy sell for me. This right here. Let's rock it. We got this. But yeah, so again, the winning stuff out of this box, these 4 boxes, it's clearly, the house stuff. It's clearly that Topps Chrome die cut. No question about that. That's really the star of these 4 boxes so far. There's nothing wrong with any of these cards, by the way. We got that right there. This right here. This right here. Oh, that's cool. I like this. I think Raja. I think Aladdin. Oh, this is a new one too. I don't think we pulled this one yet. So that's cool. These are fun. These are solid cards. Because they're shiny. They capture like the sidekicks. They highlight kind of, the people and the characters that don't get the love that they deserve. So that's fun. The Grand Duke right there. Sweet. So yeah, so we got 4 packs. We got 4 packs left. For this whole thing. And again, I don't need a whole base set of this, but I do need a whole Cinderella set. That's the real winning stuff out of this whole box. And this whole concept is that's the whole winning component. We got this, Geppetto, this, Foil Milan. I don't think we pulled Foil Milan yet. Kind of that princess variation, hers, premium type card. Kind of that foil that shine to it. Another postcard right here from Wonderland. I believe this is a duplicate. So again, I'm always willing to trade with people, put stuff up, try to get what I want, get what you want. If people need cards, happy to work something out. You might have something I need, or a bunch of stuff you need, and you have something I need, and I have something you need, and we trade. Sorry, it took me a minute to process the thought right here. But yeah, that Milan's pretty cool. Yeah, we got 3 more packs. And who knows? So you can pull autos in here, you can pull sketches, but the odds are low. They are low. And I'm not expecting much. This Merlin. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. You gotta love Merlin. White Rabbit. Pulled White Rabbit before. Some Cheshire Cat. And another one of these. So, Fairy Godmother. A Wish Upon a Star die cut. W20. Same version, Topps Chrome. Oh, that's cool. I wonder what the odds are on these. That's cool. So that's a good one. That's a good one right there too. That's nice. It's Topps Chrome. It's a die cut. It's classic Disney. I mean, Fairy Godmother. What is that? Cinderella, right? I mean, you can't go wrong with those. Those are nice right there. That's a good one too to pull. Definitely a good one. So if you buy a bunch of boxes, I mean, I don't know what the odds are for those die cuts. I didn't even know they existed in the set. I know that the sketches do. I know the autos do. I know a bunch of stuff does. I know there's a lot of parallels that exist, numbered parallels. Um, um, oh no, I don't know. I mean, I pulled a bunch of story stuff. I pulled some other stuff. I pulled like another one of these. So I don't know if you saw the Tatiana or Tiana card, but I pulled another one of these. And I was just, I mean, a lot of the stuff is duplicates. I pulled a princess level, I guess, kind of nice upper foil, pink back Milan, um, and then just some of the postcard stuff. So yeah, nothing major, nothing major. Um, so yeah, so I mean, it's at this point the stuff that I've pulled, a lot of it's duplicates, and I'm just filling in the other stuff. And what you're really looking for is some of these inserts, right? And what I was saying is that if people need cards and they need to complete their collection, I have duplicates. I'm more than happy to trade stuff for stuff that I need. Um, oh yeah. Oh no, it's great. It's great. It's at this point after opening up 2 mega boxes and 3 hobby or value boxes. The stuff I'm looking for is the inserts now. So like the Queen's Castle, right? Like this is the stuff I'm looking for. And still though, I mean, it's the pink variations and the blue shiny variations. And if let's say I legitimately don't have the 10 cards I need and to complete the base set, I'm buying those 10 cards off of eBay. Hands down, right? It's easy. It's easy, right? This is not hard to figure out. But the Cinderella stuff and that story stuff, definitely is what I'm going after. And then we got Magic Mirror. So right there, kind of shiny card version of that. Um, but like I'm not gonna complete the postcard stuff, just not desirable for me. Nothing against it. They're cool. Unless I'm like 3 short and then you go and complete it, right? But here's the last one. We got we got that cool parallel thing coming up right here. That Aladdin. Probably pulled that already. Hercules, pulled that. This is a duplicate, pulled that one. Let's see what we got. Kristoff. So that's cool. That's fun. That's fun. Um, and then finally we got TikTok and this foil stuff. So I don't know if we pulled a TikTok last night off of that, but it's Brooks Alligator. So yeah, so I'm pretty stoked, right? I mean, we got what we're supposed to get with these 4, right? Of these parallels that you're guaranteed, and it's kind of that like whole like foil diamond esque, square esque, rhombus esque, for lack of a better word, is how they look because that's what they look like. You could go see this and like see how it looks. So it's a foil right there. We got 3 Cinderella stories in this. So that's a nice addition. I'm presuming there's 25, 26 of them. I'm not really thinking there's 27 or 30 because we're pretty much at the end when the shoe fits. We got some castle stuff. We got 3 of those. So including Cinderella's Chateau, Rose's Castle, and the Queen's Castle. So pretty happy with that. Bunch of postcards. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 postcards, so 1 per hobby box essentially. We got these Topps Chrome stuff right here, which are really cool. Did not even know they existed. We got some furry friends. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which we opened up 7 times 4 is I think my math is right. So yeah, so 14, so 28 packs, and the rule is that it's 1 out of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Man, my math skills are. We all know this is why I'm good at math to a degree, right? I can't think of it. So 4 into 28. Yeah, we should have pulled 7. So the odds, um no, we did pull 7. I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. So we should have on a technical odd level, we should have pulled 7 of these. We pulled 6. So keep that in mind. This is the villain princess stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we pulled 8 of those, and then 3 stickers right here. So and then the base stuff and some shiny cards and some other stuff. So overall, I mean, $100 for 4 boxes, a lot of cards, right? I mean, this is the way I view this is that a bunch of duplicates, a bunch of different versions of them. So we got a bunch of Pink's versions, a bunch of cards I didn't already get. On top of these inserts, $100, not bad, right? Not bad. All things considering, I mean, it's a stack of cards right here, bunch of duplicates, and the way I see it is that I will trade these or just give them away. Um, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Um, so yeah. Um, yeah. There's a bunch of stuff coming, dude. What are you thinking Disney or are you thinking more? So Disney Chrome Sapphire is releasing soon. Which is a blue Chrome set that's super expensive. So it's basically Topps Chrome just sapphired out. Personally, I'm staying away from it. It's just not my cup of tea. And there's only so much money I have. Topps Diamond is dropping. Or Diamond Dynasty or whatever it's called. And that's a different entity too. That's an expensive set. I don't know if Top Sterling came out yet. That's also super expensive. I think a Top Sterling set's like 8K. It's wild. I mean, just. But last year they did Topps MLB Diamond or Dynasty, and oh my god, that thing was I mean, those boxes right now, people are asking like 5 to like 8 grand. Um, I don't know if they're gonna do that. The next one that's dropping is it's Chrome Sapphire, and then what they do is Topps also does stuff like so. For instance, when Lilo and Stitch came out, they did the movie poster cards of that, and what was cool about that is that that's a Topps now drop. So that's available for like a week, and it's just print to order. And those cards are cool because they come in their own cases, so they're like $15 a piece. Or if you buy 5, you get a little bit of a discount. If you buy 10, you get a discount. But the kicker, and this is where it gets a lot of fun, right? Is there's parallels. So with the Stitch ones, what they did is they had Stitch, Beauty and the Beast, like holding a rose. They had Stitch trying on Cinderella's slipper as a parallel that was randomly inserted, and they had Stitch like eating the genies, like from Aladdin, the lamp. And then there's 2 more, and I can't think of the other 2 right off the top of my head. And there was foils. Oh, it's great. So I actually got the Aladdin one in my order, which is great because it's just fun because it's Stitch. And then I actually bought a PSA version of him holding the rose and a PSA 9, and it's sitting in my PSA vault, which is a different video for a different day. You know, if we go through my vault on PSA, people be like, okay, I get how you think. My PSA vault is special, for lack of a better word. But yeah, so there's gonna be more stuff with Disney. Anything Disney coming out, they typically will do something with Topps now because they have the license. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, I personally would love like Topps now, something with Cinderella. I think that'd be great. Beast Rose version. Is that the one where he's holding the rose in his mouth? Or because I got the Genie Aladdin and then I bought the one where he's holding the rose. Is that the Beast one? Um, or because there's like 5 of them and I don't know the other 2 off the top of my head, but I love it. I love it. I was so happy when I got that because I love seeing Lilo and Stitch. It was like I saw it on a holiday that I had a day off from work. and I saw it. It was great. And I got ice cream with like my parents. It was great. Oh yeah, I have that in a PSA 9 in my vault. It's great. But yeah, so I love those cars. But like that's the Stitch stuff. And I break down all this stuff, and this is a different. I mean, I'm getting some Tops Now stuff, and I'll be breaking. I love Stitch too. I have like Stitch and costume cards in my vault. It's great. That's I think 2023, Disney or 2022, 2023. But I digress. The point I'm making is that I don't think that they're going to release anything after with Disney um in packs. What I think they might do is they might do Tops might do something with 75 Years of Cinderella. And if they do, I'll pick up like 5 of those in a poster because I think that'd be fun. Um, but yeah, I don't but they're gearing up for a lot of stuff. I mean, Tops just got UFC, they're doing WWE. I mean, they're gonna go harder and harder. I got a feeling because this is like the year where they're just running it up. Um, but it's also tricky right now because cards are in a weird spot. Half of the card stuff is doing great, and the other half isn't, and there's a lot of reasons why. But again, I mean, I'm pretty stoked about it, but I would not. I mean, we're in a weird cycle with cards because Tops right now has the NBA stuff, so that's going to be running them because baseball's wrapping up, and we're at like the end of the year, and so basketball is going to be Tops' focus. UFC is going to be their focus. They're going to be with some stuff with Tops Now is going to be their focus. I don't think they're going to be focusing on Disney probably till maybe February. But whenever a movie comes out that Disney wants to push out, they do the movie poster stuff, and that stuff does well. I mean, they did it with Tron, and that was cool. But also, Disney is Marvel, right? And Marvel's a different beast completely because Marvel is not Disney. Even though Disney owns Marvel, Marvel's Marvel. It doesn't interact the same way, which I think is really interesting. So when Tops, because Tops has the Marvel stuff too. I mean, I could go on for hours about this. Um, but hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps. But I would not beyond Sapphire. Yeah, I just don't see. I don't see them doing any more Disney major stuff this year. But I could be wrong. And if they are, I mean, I would love a Cinderella set. I would love like a 50 card Cinderella set. I think it'd be great. F1 set, Final Fantasy or what's F1? Um, is it Final Fantasy the movie set? Is that um because they did the poster stuff for Final Fantasy unless Formula One racing. My bad. Sorry. It's like we're talking about Disney and comics, and my bad. So yeah. I mean, they do Formula One in Tops now, and I don't know if they wanted to a Formula One thing because the Tops Now stuff is it's print on order, right? So there's very little waste in Tops Now. So that's why Tops Now works for them because if only 200 people order it, they don't make much money on a 200 set, but they also don't waste stuff because yeah. But if all of a sudden people order 10,000, it could be it's just a card, right? Because I've ordered stuff in Tops Now where it's like 400 cards are printed, and the way it works for those who don't know how Tops Now works is there's 90 parallels per set. So if 400 cards are ordered and all of us all ordered 20 cards a piece, right? 400 into 20 off the top of my head is, I mean, it's maybe 40 orders, right? It's probably less than that, to be honest. Math is not. I'm going to do the math on my phone, everybody. I'm going to prove a point that this is why this is so important, right? I just know everything about this. Because sorry, I'm getting my calculator open. So if there's 400 cards printed and there's 90 parallels, this is math 101, and I was like in Revo math, for lack of a better word here. But my brain works in this way, right? That means that if you could order in 20 subsections, you could order one, whatever it is, right? What it is that if 400 cards in a top snap position, um, it, yes and no. I mean, I pulled a limited five of five John Cena sock relic, and the next week I got my Matt relic limited 10. So I pulled some big hits, but I mean I pulled the Ron Killings 101, and I pull a lot of stuff. I mean I order a lot of stuff too. Like I pulled Noel McLean, like a limited 25. I pulled the Penguin throwing out the first pitch in Chicago, limited 25 of that. I pulled I pulled a Tiffany Stratton limited 5. I pulled short print variations. I pulled the Ohtani Paul Skeens. I mean, I buy a lot of cards though, but it's tricky, right? It's tricky. But I don't think it's as random as people think. I do think they spread the love around a little bit. So, but I digress on that. But getting back to this, right? So this is Severino on the Mets. Yeah, they're their personal cards. The most expensive card I pulled out of pack was a Paige Bucher's auto. That's an expensive card. Um, um, I was just as surprised as everybody else when I pulled that. But I digress. I want to get back to the point here. Is that so? Severino threw a complete shutout game, and in that there was only 423 cards printed, which means that in reality, 35 people made that order. There was 89 parallels. So what happens in that circumstance is everybody gets a parallel. So for those who don't know, a parallel is a numbered card. So this is a good example of this, right? This is a parallel. It's it's 194 to 199, right? So this is obviously SpongeBob, right? So what happens is that once that happens, the parallels are kind of included in the print run, sort of, right? It's a ratio. So what winds up happening in that circumstance is everybody gets a parallel. Then they go back around, and now 35 parallels are gone in everybody's order. They put another one in. They still have some left over. And then they do it again, and they do it again until all the parallels are gone. Now, presuming what I think happens is that if they give the person the 101, that person's probably getting 2 parallels, maybe 3. They're not going to get 4. The Severino circumstance, I got 4 parallels in that order. So that should tell you everything. And so all of a sudden what happens is that I got 2 blues, I got 1 purple, and I got a limited 5 in that order. It was crazy. But that's what happens when you have low print runs, because they just go through the parallels and the parallels and the parallels. So if you have a print run of 500, the likelihood of everybody getting a parallel is there. This is what happened with Kevin Durant's card at Fanatic Fest. Is that there was a 99, a 50, a 25, a 10, a 5, a 1, right? There might have even been like 199. So basically, there was 3,000 cards printed of him being notified of him getting traded. So that means that everybody who ordered that card got a parallel. Everybody probably got more than 1 parallel, which means it's a good option, but you don't know, because those print runs aren't released until after the order window is closed. So that is something to pay attention to. So it's so fascinating. But I mean, this is a whole different video going through this and explaining this and understanding ratios, but you don't know. So you don't know what it's going to look like. But and sometimes I'm like, I set the tops with the Severino thing. I said, how the fuck did this happen? And the guy's like, I don't know how the fuck this happened either. And we all were. I said, I'm thrilled. I'm getting like 5 parallels out of this. I did the math, and he's like, I said, like, guys, how the fuck did this happen? Like, and even Top's like, we don't know. We don't know how this happened. But that happens a lot more than people realize. when you got low print runs and nobody's paying attention. And then in those parallels, it's like a parallel could go from anywhere from $15 all the way up to like legitly, thousands, depending on who it is. And like, so like my Blue Severino, I sold for like $45. And for those who don't know, if you buy 20 cards, it's $100 from Topps on most cases in baseball. So all of a sudden, $45 was legitly taken out of that in my eBay business. And that's the whole thing. And there are people on eBay who they buy a lot of cards and their whole business is predicated on selling cards and parallels. And so they'll sell like a Tiffany Stratton limited 5 for like $400. And they bought it for 100, and then they sell the base for like $7. And so out of the whole $100, they pull in like $600-700 minus the fees that they incur on eBay. But there are people who do that, and that's their business. But they buy a lot of cards because the more cards you buy, the higher idea you can get of parallels and your ratio number increases. Again, I have this down to a mathematical position. I'm going to have the formula, and it's not a secret. I'm happy to release it if anybody wants it, but like that's what's fascinating. And it goes back to that whole sketch thing too, is that's a 1 in 2,666 or 64 box pull. It's a low pull rate. So again, these are like, I think 1 in 9s. So every 1 out of 9 packs gets one of these, or every 1 out of 12, whatever it looks like. Not a super bad pull rate. I mean, if you buy 28 packs, you're gonna pull 3 or 4 of them. Not bad, right? So, this is actually right on target if it's a 1 out of 9. So, there you go. But I digress. I mean, it's a bit of a tangent. It's a bit of a tangent on all that, but it's hopefully, gives some insight. If everybody watches this, sees this, pays attention to it later on, hopefully it's helpful. And again, I'm going to do a whole thing on Topps Now stuff and parallels and all that stuff because I think that stuff is absolutely fascinating. And the reason why is that it doesn't hurt me to give that information away. It doesn't hurt my business because we don't know the end result until the numbers are published. And the numbers get published, anywhere from 3 days to a week later. And Topps has all the numbers on their website. So you can order it and you see 4 or 5 days later, you're like, fuck, that's got 300 print runs and we have 90 parallels with. I'm getting 3 parallels. Yes, I made a good decision. Shit, there's 50,000 of these cards. I'm fucked. You don't know. So, but that's a far cry from Disney. Far cry from Disney. I'm just going to say this. I'm going to be very honest about it. I love this set. I think this set is good. I think it's a great price point. It's not Topps Chrome. If you put this against Topps Chrome is going to eat this thing for breakfast. It's just the reality of it. But there's nothing wrong with this set. And I like this set because I like the price point. I like the fact that it's more fairy tale oriented, more wonder-esque. I mean, it's Disney Wonder, right? So you're not getting a whole shotgun scatter approach at Disney. You're definitely getting a focus and a micro focus and a much more narrowed position on Disney. You're not getting Stitch, you're not getting Kim Possible, you're not getting Dick Long, you're not getting Toy Story, you're not getting Finding Nemo. You're getting more of a classic, magical-esque Disney idea in that. So that's kind of the whole thing with this set. So, and people give it shit. I mean, I'm like, you know what the product is. So if you don't like the product, if you want that Topps Chrome, and I love Topps Chrome, and I love Disney, it's just out of my price range. $400 for a hobby box is just not feasible for me. It's a little too expensive, and I cannot justify it. I have a hard enough time justifying a Topps Cosmic Chrome set. So which is coming out, by the way, October 30th, everybody. So be on the lookout for that because that's going to be a wild one. That's going to be an EQL. I'm hoping it's an EQL, and I've been waiting a while for that one. And that's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one. But yeah, but I digress. And as I was stating, I have a lot of duplicates. So if you're looking for something, I know retro, if you need cards, I'm pretty easily, findable, and I'm more than happy to, if you're missing a few cards and need me to helpful in your collection, more than happy to help you out with that. I'm sure that if I need something and you have extras because you just bought a bunch of cards and I don't know where Retro lives and I don't want to put him on the spot. Hopefully, I'm not putting you on the spot, man. But I'm sure that that could happen. And the same goes for everybody else. Is that if I got some duplicates and you need some cards, we can figure something out, help each other out. Because obviously, I don't want to. A bunch of these cards are going into a binder, and then a bunch of them are going into a box that's a card sorter. And if they could go to a better home and not remain in my box for the next 15 years, just gathering dust, it's a much better position. And if you can help me and I need like 5 cards, you got like an extra Cinderella card and you pull the duplicate on that, we can work something out. So that's the whole thing. Again, I'm not hard to find. I'm pretty easy to find in the internet. And then furthermore, obviously I do sell a lot of cards, everybody. I sell a lot of cards and I sell everything, and I just show it right now. So obviously my eBay store is in the description down below. Or look for Comics and Collectibles. Come shop with us on eBay at Pop Anime Comics Collectibles. Got a lot of stuff up there. I sell everything from $4 cards to $1,200 cards and everything in between. And I'm always happy to make deals. I'm always happy to help you out. And I do sell stuff like this in my eBay store. I sell stuff like this, which is base relics, or this is a better image of that. I do sell this, which is a limited 25 Angel Reese. I do sell stuff like this in my store, as well as this. This stuff is a 101 Diana Taurasi that was in my store maybe 3-4 months ago, and it was only in my store for 23 minutes, and it sold out. And every once in a while, I do sell some original artwork, sketch cards, which are always fun to sell and deal with and put out there because, well, who doesn't like original art? Original art is awesome. And so, yes, so that's everything I do. It's Pop Anime Comics Collectibles, or just type in Pop Anime Comics, I'll pop up. And again, I've been saying it for a while. If you're looking for something and I don't have it listed in my store, because I move a lot of merchandise around and around and around and around, feel free to shoot me a message. Because I may have it and I just haven't listed it yet. And I'm happy to list it for you because, well, I can't predict what you want. And so you got to tell me if you're looking for something. And if I don't have it, or it might not even exist. And if it doesn't exist, I will tell you, hey, this card doesn't exist, but this is a comparable, or this is what I think you're looking for. And I have that one. You might want it. And then furthermore, and I just did this with a client, is that I didn't have something he wanted, or I didn't have the card he wanted, but I knew somebody who did and the version of it. So I directed him right to the person. They made a deal and my client was happy. And, he's going to buy from me, again, where he's thrilled with what he got. And then he wound up buying like $50 from my store. So, and he was very appreciative. And again, so because I'm here to help you guys get what you want. And I know a lot of people in the space, and I'm more than happy to help you get what you want, help a seller sell something, and help you complete your collection. Because, well, that's just what we do. So yes, that's everything that I got going. And I don't know if I'm going to be doing something tomorrow, but I am going to be doing something probably not Tuesday, because I have an interview Tuesday for my other show, but I might do something Monday because I have an Oshi push coming, which is, don't ask. Don't ask, everybody. I'm going to explain the whole thing. It's going to be fascinating. I got some Hatsumiku stuff I got to break open. I got my little Pony Magic the Gathering I got to break open. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff to do in cards over the next probably week and a half. So a lot of stuff. It's going to be a good one. We're going to have a good time, just like we always do. Yeah, and we're just talking about cards, hanging out, engaging, ask me questions. And then I'm going to be doing probably some more education stuff. Talking about Topps now, talking about some other stuff, because there's only so much cards I can buy at once. And I got some other stuff coming. I got some other stuff coming. Yeah. I got a lot of stuff coming, guys. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Whether you watch it live, not live, engaging with me, catching clips of it, whatever it is, I appreciate everybody who's watching this. Hopefully you enjoy this as much as I do. Hopefully it's informative. And I'll probably either see you tomorrow or Sunday, breaking open my shoebox treasure stuff and talking about that, because that's going to be a fun one and a wild one. So thanks so much for watching, everybody, and have a good night. Enjoy your Friday. I think it's Friday, right? Yeah, it's Friday, right? Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy some baseball. I don't know if it's still going on. And I look forward to catching you in my next video, everybody. Have a good one.